hometown station, WGAA, the Big Double A. This is Cedartown High School Lady Dawgs softball on the Big Double A, WGAA 1340 AM and now at 106.1 FM. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app. Let's head down to the field for today's action.
Welcome in, Cedartown High School Lady Dawgs softball fans. It is region play. The 1-0 Cedartown Lady Dawgs welcome to town the perennial powerhouse, one of the toughest teams in all of 5A softball across the state. The Canes of Cartersville making their way down from Bartow County. They are coming into this game untested so far in regular season play. This will be their first official game of the 2026 campaign. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter here to bring you all of the exciting action right here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, 106.1 FM, AM 1340, and of course across our social media platforms, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and the NFHS Network. Lady Dawgs finished last season with a record of 19-12. They were 16-5 in region play and would end up being the third seed coming out of what was then 4A softball. Cartersville Purple Hurricanes, well, they were the queens of the region, 30-6 overall, 18-3 in region play, and the first overall seed. They would finish the year as the 7th ranked team, while the Lady Dawgs would finish the year as the 14th ranked team.
I might add, one of those losses in region play were to the Lady Bulldogs. It was a game right here toward the end of the season. It was a game that really didn't mean anything in the region standings. They had already clinched the region championship at that moment. Cartersville getting introduced, and we'll get to those lineups here. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start first with the batting lineup for the Cartersville Lady Canes, who will bat first here at the top of the first. Sam, take it away.
Absolutely. Lakaya Banks will lead things off, followed by Sam Porter, who is going to be the designated hitter for the Canes today. Zoe Shiflett, she's going to be on the mound for the Canes, and she is also going to hit in the 3 spot. Kennedy Crenshaw will bat in the cleanup spot. Taryn Bradley will bat 5th. Elena Williams is going to bat in the 6th spot, followed by Sophia Harper, who will be in the 7th spot. In the 8th spot is going to be Emily Brinson, and then rounding out that order is going to be Carter Brock, who is going to bat in the 9th spot. Sam Evans is also in the lineup as the flex play. Looking for your Cedartown Lady Dawgs defensively, it's a lot like we expect. In fact, it is almost a complete copy of the season opener, -1 change in the outfield. Left to right, it's going to be Ramey, Westmoreland, and Andrews. There's your change. Emma Warren got the start in right on Saturday. Gracie Andrews will get the start this afternoon. From third to first, it's going to be Waits, Haney, Haltsey, and Barrett. Behind the plate, of course, is Lexi Bennett, and then getting the start in the center circle for the Lady Dawgs, it's the ace of the rotation, Shaylee Pittman. Andrew, Shaylee had a good game Saturday. We had some issues defensively. We know that there was a big number in that errors column. However, I like what I saw out of Shaylee, and we're going to need more of that this afternoon if we want a chance against these Canes.
The reason the Lady Bulldogs won the game is because of Shaylee's pitching and also her bat. Not to mention some other parts of that, but the Lady Bulldogs were able to get that win because of the prowess of Shaylee Pittman on the mound. Let's listen in for the Star Spangled Banner, and we'll be right back.
gave you the defensive lineup for the Lady Dogs. Now we'll tell you how they will come to the plate in their batting order. Leading things off for the Lady Dogs, who had a fantastic game from the plate on Saturday, is Chloe Ramey. Mariah Westmoreland will move down to the second spot in the order. Shaylee Pittman is going to bat third. Emmeline Waits is going to bat in the cleanup spot. Lexi Bennett will bat fifth. Batting sixth, the designated player for this afternoon's game is number 25, Aniston Davis. Mary Grace Haney, who had the big 2-run home run Saturday, she's going to bat in the seventh spot. Briley Holtze will bat eighth, and batting ninth is Tammy Barrett. The flex player this afternoon, of course, as we said, getting the start out in right field is going to be Gracie Andrews. So that is your batting order for this Cedartown Lady Dogs team. A pivotal game one in region play for the Lady Dogs. We start off with the toughest opponent that we're going to face this year, more than likely in region play. Do you like to have them early like this?
Well, I don't know. I mean, this is a game that's, Cartersville could, it could really spell out what the rest of their season is going to be like. And honestly, for the Lady Bulldogs, same thing. It depends on what happens here. If any comparisons can be made, of course, last season the Lady Bulldogs played these Lady Canes very close in all the games we played. So we'll see how the Lady Bulldogs fare up against this team. But like we said, this game kind of sets the tone for the rest of the year. For you listening out just on radio only, Lady Dogs wearing their red jerseys with Bulldogs in script in black, outlined in white across the front, black numbers, white outline, white breeches. Cartersville comes in wearing their all-purple with gold pinstripe uniforms, Canes in gold, in script across the front, matching gold numbers on the back. Here to tell you all about it, my good friend and broadcast partner, Mr. Andrew Carter.
Thank you, Sam. We're ready to go here, and the first pitch of the ball game is fouled off to the right side. It's 0-1.
We had some rain move through the area early afternoon, mid-afternoon for this whole entire kind of northwest Georgia area. The coaching staff did a fantastic job getting this field ready and in pristine condition as much as you can with the weather. And we are ready to play some softball.
Here's the 0-1. Foul back for strike two.
JV game got to go in front of this game, so we are a little bit late getting on the air and getting this game started. Cedartown would fall to Cartersville in that JV squad matchup.
Yeah, we had to wait. The JV team had to wait to start their game. No balls, 2 strikes to count here at the top of the first. And Shaylee deals an 0-2. It's high and away, ball 1.
Good pitch there by Pittman. Knows she's ahead in the count, 0-2. Just kind of threw something up there to see if she could get Banks to possibly chase something out of the zone. But a good leadoff hitter knows better than to go fishing, especially this early in the game.
1-2. There's a tapper back to the circle. Should be an easy play on the 1-3 put out from Pittman. Over to first base to Tammy Barrett, and that's out number 1.
81 degrees here at first pitch. Feels more like 85. There is a slight breeze blowing out there, and it is blowing from left to right. And we will see if that comes into play any. Thanks, babe. Love you.
Hey, let's go, girls. On your toes.
Special delivery to the press box.
It's always good to know people. Grounded toward first base. Great stab over there first to take care of it. Tammy Barrett able to grab that line drive, that hard line drive right at the bag, picked it up, and in one motion tagged the bag for out number 2.
And listen, Barrett was one of those 7 errors in Saturday's game, a ground ball that went right through her legs, but that one right there, she was all on top of it. She has flushed those memories from her mind, and she's focused and ready to go here this afternoon.
Tough cookie here with Zoe Schiffel. That one ricocheted into the first base side dugout. Strike 1, and I think that woke everybody up over there in the visitors' dugout.
My friend, that might have taken out several players had it not hit off of the side of the dugout before it ricocheted in, and it still could have taken somebody out.
0-1 misses up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I firmly believe that we are in for a pitcher's duel today between Pittman on the bump for the Lady Dogs and Shiflett in the center circle for Cartersville. We know how good Shiflett is. We've seen her in the past.
Pitcher on pitcher here, hit on a line to right center field and down at the fence. Picking it up is Westmoreland, and she's going to hold her to a single.
And listen, that had double written all over it, but because of the speed of Westmoreland, we know what she can do in center field. She tracked that ball down quickly, played it off of the fence and then turned and fired an absolute strike into Briley Holtze, who was getting ready to turn and fire to Haney at second if she needed to, but very wisely, Shiflett holding up at first. They will have a courtesy runner come in for Shiflett, and it's going to be number 5, Avery Sellers. So Sellers will be your runner over at first with 2 outs in the inning. This is going to bring up Kennedy Crenshaw. So Crenshaw at the plate, runner on and 2 outs.
A lot of these names returning for Cartersville this year, and we know how powerful of a team they have. A big cut and miss there by Crenshaw, and she came up empty. Nothing and won the count on the swing and miss.
Aggressive on the first pitch from your cleanup batter, but typically somebody in that 4-hole is there for a reason. Not surprised up swinging.
Oh, one misses high. Throw goes down to second base. It was a high throw, and she's going to be in safely.
And listen, that was a great jump over at first by Sellers anyways. Had that throw been on line, it would have been a bang-bang play, but still, even though it wasn't accurate, I think you get to show off to Cartersville that Bennett still has a cannon behind the plate. And if you're going to steal, you better be on it against Lexi.
RB opportunity for Cartersville here in the top of the first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Crenshaw. And there's a hard ground ball to second base, fielded cleanly over there at second by Holsey, throws to first in time. And the single and stolen base does not hurt. We head now to the bottom half of the first inning. Cedartown is scoreless with Cartersville. Back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big AA.
Every great team is built on tradition, trust, and showing up when it matters most. That's the same legacy the Gamage family of Gamage Funeral Home has built both on the field and throughout our community for over 75 years. For generations, they've worn the red and black, cheered on our Bulldogs from the stands, and stood by their side during life's toughest moments. When your family needs compassionate care from people you know and trust, choose Gamage Funeral Home. Gamage Funeral Home, the home of thoughtful service.
Visit Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings to get high-grade performance straight from the commercial Maytag washer assembly line. The Maytag commercial-grade residential washer features a robust build that brings rugged durability to your home laundry room. Shop now at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings and bring home the power of Maytag. Stop in at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, 539 West Avenue in Cedartown, 770-748-7936 or rudywoods.com.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
A single and a stolen base doesn't hurt the Lady Dogs in the top of the first. We will go to the bottom of the first inning. Cedartown will bring up Ramey, Westmoreland, and Pittman here in this bottom of the first. Defensively for the Cartersville Lady Hurricanes, it's going to be Evans, Bradley, and Brock from left to right. Around the horn from third to first, Williams, Banks, Harper, and Crenshaw. Behind the plate will be Brinson, and as we said, Zoe Shiflett is in the center circle for this Cartersville squad. Ramey with a hot bat coming in after the Saturday win against Temple. Moves up into the number 1 spot with Westmoreland moving down into the number 2 spot.
Yeah, multiple hits in that ball game. First pitch to Ramey. She'll take a fastball outside. Ball 1.
Ramey had I believe if memory serves me correctly, 2 doubles and a single, if I'm not mistaken.
1-0 pitch on the way. High and outside. One hit in that top of the first inning, as I mentioned before, but nothing doing after that. Ramey, Westmoreland, Pittman due up in the inning. If anybody reaches, be waits. It's ball 3. 3-0 the count. She's behind 3-0 to the leadoff batter.
Well, and I tell you, if you could work the count here, go with a leadoff walk.
Well, that would really set the tone, would it not? 3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. She had the green light on 3-0, and it was going to be a strike regardless, and she offered at it, and she missed it. 3-1.
Now she's got a good swing under her. Settles in here, and we'll go back to work.
The 3-1. Tap her back to the circle. And that right there, Sam,
is where the height comes into play as Shiflett raised up those long arms of hers and gloved it in the air. Didn't even have to really jump off the ground to do it, and threw over to first base to get her for the first out.
No, and just to kind of give you a comparison, she made that play look easy where somebody like a Shaylee Pittman would have had to have left her feet to try to knock that one down and get a play on it. Mariah Westmoreland comes with plate, bases empty, and one out.
The left-handed bat of Mariah, she'll foul that one off, swinging. No balls and one strike. As you mentioned before, Sam, this is Cartersville's first regular season game. Cedartown got their season started on Saturday with a 10-8 win over Temple. But Shiflett is a much different pitcher than the starting pitcher we saw from Temple. There's no doubt about that. 0-1 is fouled back a little bit of contact there. Back to the backstop, it's 0-2.
Well, not only is Shiflett just a completely different pitcher than we saw, but she also, of course, as we know, has a lot of experience under her belt. She's going to be playing at the next level somewhere one day.
0-2, called strike 3, and a nasty outside corner pitch. And she snuck that one in the back door for strike 3.
Just a great pitch there from Shiflett. Painted the outside corner just like you said, worked it away from Westmoreland, who is that left-handed batter. So that'll be the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Shaylee Pittman. Pittman stands in there. Bases empty, 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning, we're still scoreless here at CHS.
Well, Cartersville had a 2-out hit in the first. Let's see if Cedartown can. Outside corner called strike 1 there to Shaylee.
Well, she went the exact same pitch that she got Westmoreland on. She just moved it to the other side of the plate against the right-handed hitting Shaylee Pittman.
0-1 on the way from Shiflett. Outside for ball 1.
Probably tried to go back to the well and get that call again, but this one was just a little off the plate. That evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Here's the pitch. Hit in the air to right center field. That ball is going to get down and go all the way to the fence. Should be a stand-up double, and it will be for Shaylee Pittman. So again, Cedartown doing pretty much a carbon copy of what Cartersville did in the top of the first, a 2-out base hit. And Cedartown, it's an extra base hit as Shaylee Pittman will stay out there and run for herself. She's got good speed for herself, and that'll bring up Emmeline Waits, the Lady Dogs' third baseman.
Well, I think you want to leave Pittman out there right now. She's still fresh. Maybe later in the game, if she's taxed a little bit, we might see a courtesy runner for her.
Strike called outside corner there to Waits.
Gracie Andrews, who would typically come in and run in the situation for Pittman, was the pitcher during the JV game, so they may be giving her a little extra break in between games.
That one outside. She's also the flex player and playing right field as well.
Shiflett doing exactly what she did against Pittman here to Waits. Goes outside on back-to-back pitches.
Swing and a miss. She went to that well again, Sam, and she got an offer. 1-2 with 2 outs. Each team with a hit apiece so far. 1-2. Got a piece of it and fouled it off toward the Cartersville school bus. Parked just on the edge of the parking lot.
That bus has already taken a hit. It took one during the JV game.
Well, I'm glad my truck is right behind the bus, protected by the bus at least.
Well, I'm glad my car is over there.
Way over there, yes.
Great crowd on hand tonight.
Here's the 1-2 pitch again. Hit on the ground, a little nub shot to the right side. It rolls foul, and we'll do it again. And right now, Waite's hanging tough against this very good pitcher.
My car is what we might consider in a satellite lot. It's so far away.
The 1-2 on the way. Way outside, ball 2. Runner goes for third, and Pittman throws away, and that's going to score the first run of the game. An error on the throw, and the speed of Shaylee Pittman will bring home the first run. It's 1-0.
Listen, and that's one of the reasons why you're aggressive on the base pads. You get a bad throw down from the catcher to third. You get a ball that gets away from the third baseman. You have an opportunity to get up and steal a run, and the Lady Dogs do.
That's ball 3 outside, and it's 3-2.
Shiflett will ask for a new softball. Umpire will oblige. So that'll run the count full and a payoff pitch due for Waits.
I would imagine that would be ruled an error on the throw. when she allowed her to score. 3-2 pitch, hit on the ground toward first base, gloved over there by Crenshaw. She'll take it to the bag herself, and that will end the inning. Shaylee Pittman with a double, steals third base. A bad throw comes home on that throw, and Cedartown leads it by a score of 1-0. We'll be back after a 60-second break with the top of the second inning after this on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
This is Andy Harris, president of Coosa Valley Credit Union, inviting you to come see us for your auto loan needs. If you're buying a car or refinancing your current auto loan, at Coosa Valley Credit Union, you'll get one of the lowest interest rates in the market. Now, auto loan rates are as low as 3.99 APR when you open an account with a direct deposit. Coosa Valley Credit Union is local and nearby in Northwest Georgia. Plus, you'll always speak to a real person when dealing with us. That's what we call kinder banking.
Contact 706-235-8551 for more details. Equal opportunity lender.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
A run thanks to a throwing error puts the Lady Dogs on top. In the bottom of the first, we head to the top of the second. Cedartown up 1-0. It's going to be Bradley, Williams, and Harper due up for Cartersville, 5, 6, and 7.
Shaylee Pittman deals to the plate, and second high for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes.
Pittman will check the wristband, and now she's ready.
And a big swing and a miss there on the pitch that tailed away from her. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Really good pitch there from Pittman. Put a little mustard on that one, send it in. Got an offer. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Nice off-speed pitch for a call strike, too. Right there. I don't think she expected it. Kind of buckled her knees a little bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count.
Heading the count here. We'll see what Pittman does.
1-2. High and away for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got a requested shout-out. Cartersville's head coach Glenn Woodard wanted us to give a shout-out to his mother, who is watching the broadcast. His mother's name is Carol. She usually goes to the games. Called strike 3, and there's a strikeout there thrown by Shaylee Pittman, her first of the day for out number 1. But back to what I was saying, Sam. She usually comes to the games, and she's sick today and not able to be here. So, Miss Carol, hope you get better. And we always welcome anybody listening, watching our broadcast, whether it's Cedartown fans or Cartersville fans or whoever it might be. Swung and fouled back there to the batter, Williams. 0-1 the count.
Absolutely, we do welcome them. We appreciate you guys listening.
And anytime we get our own lineup card, that's always welcome as well.
Absolutely.
We got that as well, so we are glad to mention that. That's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on an off-speed pitch.
I heard that I got a scolding today from one of our sponsors.
Oh, you did?
I did.
1-1 on the way.
He must have
strike 2.
He must have given my scolding to Frank. Philip Gamage with Gamage Funeral Home,
who is here today,
who is present and accounted for, advised me that I forgot to tell everybody on the sports talk.
Oh yes,
what time the game started today.
1-2 ground ball to the bag at first. They throw over to first, and the run gets away. So 2 mistakes there: a fielding error by the first baseman there, Barrett, and then it ricocheted over to second base and Hulsey, and then she threw low to first. So we'll see how they score that. I think it's got to be 2 errors on the play.
That was a really tough play over for Barrett, though, at first base. If they score that an error, I would understand, but that would be a tough one. Hulsey was just trying to rush the throw because she was still going to have a chance at the play over at first to Williams. They will say that she reached on an error. They only charged one, it looks like, though.
Well, they missed an error from the first inning as well. That was the error that the throwing error that allowed the run to score, which they still haven't put on game changer.
They have not. And at this point,
who knows if they do?
We don't know. However, we do know that the run is there. It's on the scoreboard. Sean Smith never misses one.
He does not. Pitches up, throw down to first. Almost got her. The throw a little bit short of the bag at first base. But she's back in there safely. 2 balls and no strikes the count now with 1 out.
Also, big shout out to our PA announcer, Sean Smith. He posted on Facebook Saturday after the Temple game. Year 16, right? 14. Year 14 on the microphone, running the scoreboard, and DJ.
High chopper to second base. Hulsey over to first base over there to Barrett, and that is out number 2. Runner moves up to second base.
Well, and listen,
Barrett and Bennett, I always get that mixed up. It is Barrett out there on the base paths.
But that's exactly what you want Hulsey to do there. She fielded it cleanly. She kind of had to worry about the runner in that play, but she was able to field it cleanly and then get it over to first base, go for the sure out. Well, Sean said they got a new scoreboard. It's been challenging, but nothing's challenging for that guy over there.
Right back to the circle. It was a low line drive and caught for out number 3. Right back where it came from. So once again, Cartersville strands a runner, and we head now to the bottom half of the second inning. Cedartown 1, Cartersville nothing. We'll be back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Lady Dawgs Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
An error in the the top of the second inning does not cause any problems for the Lady Dogs. We hold on to a 1-0 lead as we will head to the bottom half of the second inning. It's going to be 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Lady Dogs. Bennett, Davis, and Haney. Lexi Bennett also had a good day from the plate, picking up a couple of RBIs, had a big double in that win. So we'll see if she can continue with the hot stick on this Tuesday afternoon region opener here for the Lady Dogs.
First pitch on the way to Lexi. A little short fly ball to left field. That's going to find some grass. Bloop single. Listen, a bloop single looks like a line drive in the scorebook.
Absolutely it does, and it still gets you on first base, and that's exactly what you need there. Get that bat continuing for Bennett. You know, that's something that I kept seeing last year that I wanted to see Bennett kind of break out on. You knew that she was very close to figuring out something offensively and being able to get that bat working for her, and she's already shown here early in this season that it looks like whatever it is, she's figured it out. So we are waiting for the courtesy runner to come out for Bennett, and here we go. So it will be, it looks like possibly number 7, Emma Warren.
Yeah, that is who it is.
And it's going to bring up Aniston Davis. Had a good long talk with Aniston last night. She did not have a good day at the plate Saturday, but I think we might have diagnosed a few things last night, because I can tell you Aniston knows how to swing the bat. She does a great job. She had some opportunities last year to pinch hit situation. Right now it's just between the ears, and as soon as she figures it out, she's going to be dangerous.
That's taken upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. And again, also another situation too, and we mentioned it, all these hitters have to adjust. You're seeing a completely different kind of pitcher in Zoe Shiflett here. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Annie. She'll hit one on the ground to third base. They'll go to second for 1 on to first. It'll be in time for the double play. But
She made contact but rolled it right over to a infielder, and they are able to turn the around the horn double play.
So that'll clear the bases, and that's going to bring up Mary Grace Haney. 2 outs in the inning now. If we want to keep the inning going, it's going to be up to Haney.
Of course, Mary Grace Haney belted the first home run of the season for the Lady Bulldogs in their season opener on Saturday. Haney will take a called strike.
Shiflett really works those edges and those corners well for the strike zone. She knows exactly where to place the ball.
Pitch on the way, foul back.
Not only does she have some speed and she can put something in there in a hurry, but she also has a lot of great control and can just place the ball where she wants to. Of course, our very own Shaylee Pittman can do the same.
0-2 on the way. That one almost hit her inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And, we talked about this in Saturday's broadcast as well, Andrew, but just talking about Haney's batting stance and how she starts with that front left foot just wide open, almost on the line, and then she's all the way up on the line with the other side.
A little slice to the right side. It will be called in right field by Brock, and the inning is over. Cedartown had some base runners, but then a double play, and then the fly out to right field, and nobody left. We head now to the third. It is Cedartown 1 and Cartersville nothing. Back after 60 seconds on the Big Double A.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dawgs!
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
9-1-2 due up. Brock to lead things off for the Canes. Big cut and a miss on the first pitch. And Shaylee Pittman is ahead in the count. 0-1. Nothing doing for the Lady Dogs in the bottom of the second, top of the third here at CHS. Cedartown still leading 1-0.
Here's the pitch. Little tapper back to the circle. Shaylee will field that, throw on to first, and that'll be in time. 1 gone.
Listen, we've had a couple of fly balls, but there have been a lot of ground balls in the infield, a lot back to the pitcher's circle, and I think that just speaks to the level of pitching that we're seeing from both sides this afternoon. As we go back to the top of the order, it'll be Banks. Banks is 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
First pitch on the way to Banks. Cuts and misses on the rise ball. No balls at a strike to count. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for Cedartown. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Lady Canes. Here's the 0-1. Popped up. In the infield, who wants it? It will be Shaylee Pittman who takes charge, makes the catch right in front of the circle, and that's out number 2.
Banks 0 for 2 now. Both balls hit to the pitcher. The first one was a ground ball back to Pittman. This one a high fly ball, and that's going to bring up Sam Porter. Porter also 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Shaylee set and deals. Just outside ball 1.
Really good pitch.
Well, Lexi tried to frame that one up and bring it back in, and open umpire said, nope, that's a ball. It was very close, though. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Down low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Atlanta Braves are midway through the first inning.
What do you think of the trade deadline? Are you Were you happy this time yesterday? Were you disappointed, excited? What are your thoughts?
I think I was disappointed, but honestly, here's the 2-0. Right down the middle for a called strike one. I kind of expected to be, because I knew we weren't going to get Scooble. I was kind of hoping we might land one of those other starters, but it sounds like Anthopoulos AA is trying to shore up the bullpen a little bit. That's high and tight, 3-1 the count.
Well, and it really feels like that AA is doubling down on the farm system.
I think so. And honestly, I can't blame him for that. Now, I know he's got some money to spend. He's got the Pro Farm money. But again, that's money you lose after this year. So I don't know, and not to mention the uncertainty about what happens next season. And right now it's looking like a lockout and possibly no baseball. And I hope that's not the case. 3-1 pitch on the way. A little ground ball to second base as Hulsey fields and throws. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the third. We head now to the bottom half. Cedartown 1, Cartersville nothing. Back after 60 seconds here on the Big AA.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
The Canes go in order in the top of the third inning. A nice 1-2-3 inning for Shaylee Pittman, and that will bring the bats back up for the Lady Dogs, and it's going to be the bottom part of the order. It'll be 8, 9, and then back to the top of the order. Hulsey, Barrett, and Chloe Ramey. So Briley Hulsey will climb in the box and lead things off. And this is one of those bright young stars for this Cedartown squad. We heard a lot about her last year playing JV ball. We knew she was going to be a big part of this varsity team this year. And she's ready to go to work against Shiflett.
Hits it on the ground to shortstop. It'll be a play over there over to first in time, and that'll be out number 1. So she made contact and rolled it over to short. 1 pitch, 1 out.
So that is going to bring up Tammy Barrett.
Come on,
Barrett, one of those few bats that struggled on Saturday, looking to get things turned around here in region play.
That's fouled off, 0-1.
Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, 106.1 FM, AM 1340. And, of course, across our social media platforms, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and the NFHS Network. The first of 3 straight days of region softball.
Swing and I thought it might have been foul tip, but the umpire says it was just missed. It's 0-2. Yeah, 3 straight days of softball, 4 straight days of broadcast for the Big AA. Of course, Saturday we will be at Hiram for football. There's a ground ball to third base, stabbed over there by Williams. A high throw pulls her off the bag, and she's safe. And she'll head back to the bag and stay there with a throwing error, an E5, the second error of the game for Cartersville. And the Lady Dogs will take that all day long.
Very rare to see this Cartersville team commit an error. I think even rare to see multiple. That's going to go back to the top of the order for the Lady Dogs, and it's going to be Chloe Ramey. She's 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
First pitch to Chloe. Ground ball to shortstop. They go to second for 1 to first, not in time. Chloe beats it out. It'll be a fielder's choice for the second out.
Looks like Shiflett kind of came inside maybe on Ramey, almost jammed her a little bit, as that was a weaker ground ball to the shortstop than we're used to seeing Ramey be able to hit. Don't think she got good full extension on that one. That's going to bring up Mariah Westmoreland. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Runner at first, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning.
Shiflett deals, squared to bunt. She went for it. It's a strike. Runner is going to head to second base. It gets away from the second baseman. A little hop throw there off Harper's glove, and it'll be a steal.
Little hesitation there by Ramey, but a good way to throw it from neutral back into drive and haul off to second base and get in there.
And I wonder if she was taking off on the bunt and then decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and move over anyway, and that's what she did. Squared to bunt again that time, and it is a foul ball.
She got a piece of it. Just barely a piece of that one. So that's going to take the count to 0-2 strikes now on Westmoreland, who is historically a very good player in that bunt, drag bunt type situation. She's going to go over and have a conversation with Coach Brett Lane, of course, on this softball squad, also head coach of the Cedartown Bulldog baseball team. Umpire is taking just a break, just a little bit of one, and now he's ready to go.
The outfielders are playing Mariah. She's got a big gap in right center field. She fouls that one off. It's still 0-2.
Well, you know my favorite quote about a gap in right center field.
We can dance in the streets.
If they hit it there, we can dance in the streets.
The late, great Skip Carey, who's that one off the helmet, and she's going to take first base the hard way. I guess technically the easy way, but the painful way.
Absolutely.
I'm sure it didn't hurt her, but it certainly rang her bell a little bit. Of course, yesterday was the anniversary of Skip Carey passing away in 2008. Hard to believe it's been that long ago.
Little two-out trouble brewing here in the bottom of the third. Lady Dogs runners at first and second, and Shaylee Pittman, who had the first hit of the game back in the first inning to keep that one going, is going to try to repeat that here in the bottom of the third to keep it going.
Well, double could score a run, maybe two. A little flare shot to right field, down for a hit. Here comes Chloe. She's going to come home. She will score. Maybe a little bit closer, too close for comfort. She didn't go down the slide. It was a great throw from the outfield. Made it a lot closer than I think it could have been. But she is in there safely. And runners are at second and third, and it's an RBI double for Shaylee Pittman, 2-0.
Yeah, just to echo that, Bradley with a great throw right to home plate. Got it in there to Brinson, who was playing perfectly, was there to quickly receive that throw and then turn around and try to apply the tag. But the Lady Dogs take a 2-0 lead on the hustle of Chloe Ramey, and now Cedartown has runners at second and third with 2 outs, and Emmeline Waits up to bat.
Swing and a miss there by Waits, strike one.
I'm telling you, I'm ready to see Waits get into one, and I think she is too. Just a good quality player for the Lady Dogs. Plays the hot corner, had played first base earlier in her career.
0-1 to Waits. Fouled it off to the right side. Waits has a great looking swing, and like you said, if she can get a hold of one, she can really drive it far. 0-2 strikes with 2 outs.
Got to protect here if you're Emmeline.
Westmoreland at third and Shaylee Pittman at second base with a run in. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Outside.
Went way outside on that one just to see if she could get Waits to fan at that one, but patient at the plate, knows the situation that she's in. She laid off of that one. Shiflett checks the wristband, and now she's ready to go.
1-2 strikes, and the pitch. Well outside again to even the count up at 2-2.
Yeah, and I don't think that's where she wanted that one. I mean, I understand the prior pitch may be moving outside, but that one I think got away from her a little bit. It was also high in the zone, and just not a good pitch to even up the count at 2-2 strikes. Deuce is wild here. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 the count. Lady Dogs lead by 2.
Emmeline takes a called strike 3 to end the inning. 2 left stranded for Cedartown, but another run scored. And once again, Shaylee Pittman doing the work. An RBI base hit for her. Drives home the second Bulldog run. We head to the top of the 4th inning. It's Cedartown 2, Cartersville nothing. Back after 60 seconds on the Big Double A.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Another run for the Lady Dogs in the bottom of the third. They extend the lead 2-0 as we head to the top half of the fourth inning. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Canes. Zoe Shiflett to lead things off. Shiflett is 1 for 1.
First pitch to Shiflett is a called strike. Shaylee Pittman with 1 strikeout so far through 3 innings of work, no walks, 3 hits allowed. Check that, that's the wrong line. I'll check the correct line in a moment. I'm looking at a different game changer. Here's the 0-1. Just a bit inside, ball 1. Tried to sneak one in the front door. So Pittman is 3 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed. No runs, no hits. No, one hit, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Coming in on it is Westmoreland. She'll have to take it on the hop. It'll be a base hit there by Shiflett, the second hit of the day. And, of course, Shiflett now 2 for 2.
You know, I noticed this during the last inning and then further proof of it here, but not a lot of hard hit balls tonight so far. Everything has been, you know, kind of a bloop hit. And Shiflett delivers another one there just in front of Westmoreland. Going to be another courtesy runner for Shiflett. It'll be once again number 5, Avery Sellers. So she'll come on and be the runner over at first. And it'll be the cleanup batter, Kennedy Crenshaw. Crenshaw 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Squares to bunt, takes it back. It's going to be a throw to second base, a high throw that time. A good snap tag there by Haney, but she's going to be in there safely.
Well, although that throw was a little high, it was dead on target right at the bag. But Sellers does snag the bag there.
So Cartersville has a runner in scoring position, the tying run at the plate with nobody out, 1 ball and no strikes. And that one inside. Big lead off the bag there by the courtesy runner, Avery Sellers.
Sellers got a little aggressive on that one, but no throw down from Bennett, so she'll stay put where she is. And Pittman is behind in the count here, 2 balls and no strikes. Got a battle here if you're Shaylee.
2-0, right down the middle for a called strike.
Another pretty good aggressive jump there from Sellers, but she holds where she is. The wind here has almost completely died down. The American flag out in center field, hugging the flagpole.
Boy, a huge difference from Saturday.
Absolutely. Anything up in the air Saturday was going to cause you some problems. Today, everything's just been a wounded duck coming off the bat.
The 2-1 on the way from Shaylee. Tapper foul, evens the count at 2-2.
Good pitch there by Pittman. I think she went back to that inside corner pitch to try to run one in on Crenshaw. Got her to foul it off at the plate. You were behind 2-0, and now all of a sudden you've evened up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. You got something to work with here if you're Shaylee.
Shaylee looking for a big first out here in this inning. 2-2 pitch to Crenshaw, and it's going to miss high and away for ball 3.
Not a bad pitch, though, just to see if you could get Crenshaw to go after something with the count even. It'll run it full now. Last thing Pittman wants to do is give her a free bag here. But you also can't just serve her up one on a silver platter and dare her to hit it.
Here's the payoff pitch. Grounded towards shortstop. Runner will make it to third. The throw to first. Good play there by Haney to make the long throw over. And then another throw over to third to see if they can get Sellers leaning. And that'll be out number 1.
What a difference already that we've seen from Saturday. That would have been a ground ball that might have challenged Haney on Saturday. It looked like everybody was playing with a little bit of nerves. And then Barrett just firing a strike over to third base from first just to keep Sellers honest. And that's exactly what you want to see these Lady Dogs do. First out of the inning.
Here's Taryn Bradley. She'll take low and in, ball 1.
Bradley is 0 for 1. She is Shaylee Pittman's only strikeout in the game so far. Pittman would love to double her number here. Keep that runner right at first, or right over at third base in the form of Sellers. Of course, Sellers, the courtesy runner for Zoe Shiflett, that would lead things off with that little bloop single out to center field.
1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Cedartown will be on the road tomorrow, again in region play, traveling up to Woodland, so back-to-back Bartow County opponents, and then we will come home on Thursday, and we'll face off against the Villa Rica Wildcats, the newcomer to the region.
1-1, a bunt try popped up right side and a foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another newcomer to the region this season. Mentioned Villa Rica. They probably have the worst travel schedule of anybody in this region, especially when they have to go up to Dalton.
Absolutely.
That is a terrible drive.
We feel for you, Villa Rica.
But I remember when Central was in our region, and we also had Ridgeland in the region with us, and that was terrible.
Brutal.
1-2 on the way. Ball, strike 3 outside corner, and she can't believe it. 2 gone in the inning. And an absolute clutch strikeout right there, and the second strikeout of the game so far for Shaylee.
Hey, get out of it right here. Let's go.
Boy, I tell you what, that was something else.
Williams will come to the plate now. 2 outs, runner over at third. Williams is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Pittman trying to get out of the top of the 4th inning trouble.
And a big cut and miss on a rise ball. Ozzie Albies has homer to take a lead for Atlanta in the bottom of the second, 1-0.
Speaking of Ridgeland, we will play Ridgeland in football this year. Going to lead off the season with them, but thankfully we get them right up the hill there at Cedartown Memorial Stadium, Doc Ayers Field.
Thank goodness. 0-1 pitch on the way. Grounded toward third. Thrown to first. Low throw. Picks up, though, at the bag at first. Great play over there by Barrett to pick up the hop. And that'll end the inning, and the runner will stay stranded at third base. Great job to pitch around it, and great defense there to get us out of the top of the 4th. We head now to the bottom half. It's still Cedartown 2 and Cartersville nothing. Back after 60 seconds on the Big Double A.
Every great team is built on tradition, trust, and showing up when it matters most. That's the same legacy the Gamage family of Gamage Funeral Home has built both on the field and throughout our community for over 75 years. For generations, they've worn the red and black, cheered on our Bulldogs from the stands, and stood by their side during life's toughest moments. When your family needs compassionate care from people you know and trust, choose Gamage Funeral Home. Gamage Funeral Home, the home of thoughtful service.
Visit Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings to get high-grade performance straight from the commercial Maytag washer assembly line. The Maytag commercial-grade residential washer features a robust build that brings rugged durability to your home laundry room. Shop now at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings and bring home the power of Maytag. Stop in at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, 539 West Avenue in Cedartown, 770-748-7936 or rudywoods.com.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
A bit of a defensive web gem over at first base. A fantastic pick there by Tammy Barrett. Gets the Lady Dogs out of the inning. Cartersville threatening. The runner over at third was stranded, and we will head to the home half of the 4th inning. Cedartown still leads 2-0. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up for Cedartown. Bennett, Davis, and Haney. Mentioned the next 2 games coming up for the Lady Dogs, and even though Phillip is not listening, I will tell you here, live, in person. Tomorrow, first pitch 5:30 from Woodland. On Thursday, back home 6:30 against Villa Rica.
Lexi Bennett takes outside for ball 1. Yeah, he not only did he tell Frank that, he came in my office today and told me that.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm surprised he didn't call me on the phone. That's all right.
1-0 pitch on the way. Called strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. We love Phillip.
Absolutely, we do. I tell you, Shiflett is absolutely, she is painting those edges like Bob Ross. It is just beautiful what she's able to do with the softball when she's in command and can work those edges.
1-1 pitch. Popped up to second base. It'll be a play for Harper, and that'll be out number 1.
Well, not only did he tell you, and not only did he tell Frank, he also told Gail. Gail just texted me and said he told me too. So he got the trifecta at the
told
big
everybody. He told Larry and Gail.
Yeah, well, so there you go. He went for the 4 spot. Aniston Davis comes to the plate. Base is empty. 1 out in the inning. Davis would ground out into a double play her last at bat.
Little tapper, that is a foul ball. I'm really surprised it was not foul from the get-go, but it was foul eventually. Nothing in 1 the count. Yeah, I believe it was a 5-4-3 double play.
I believe you
lightly
right,
grounded over toward third base.
Absolutely.
Williams to Harper to Crenshaw. 0-1 on the way. A little bit low, ball 1 there to Annie.
You know, this is a really good test for the Lady Dogs early in the season, and also a good chance for them to see
swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
To see what the region might hold as far as competition. You know that this Cartersville team is going to be at the top of that region. And so far, these Lady Dogs have been able to get the best of Cartersville here through 3.5 innings, whatever it is.
That's a very tough strike 3 call that looked like it was a foot off the plate, but it will be a strikeout of Davis, and that'll be out number 2.
Yeah, that was just a tough pitch there to Annie. I mean, it was painting the edges and maybe then some from Shiflett, but she does get the call, and that is going to bring up Mary Grace Haney. 2 outs here in the inning, nobody aboard. The Lady Dogs in jeopardy of going in order.
Haney retired her last time. Haney hits it in the air down the left side. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to be just fair inside the foul line. She's going to try for a second, throw in there, slides in, safe. Great slide there by Haney. I mean, she got under that tag and slid perfectly. Stretches a single into a double. Close play.
Listen, the throw beat Haney in there, but she made a fantastic slide, got under the glove of Harper, who was playing it perfectly at second base, and a great throw from the left side as well. But Haney just motored it in there, and then a slide of all slides got in there, and so that's going to bring up Briley Holtze, number 8 in the lineup.
That'll be the 4th Lady Bulldog hit of the game. 2 runs on the day for Cedartown, trying to get their 3rd at least.
Holtze 0 for 1 on the afternoon. She also grounded out in her previous at bat. She likes the first pitch. We'll see if she goes after it here.
She does, and she tries to square it away and ends up fouling it back for strike 1.
Hey, listen, not a bad idea, though, from Coach Josh Smith,
well,
just to try to catch them.
The corners were not expecting it, and I think if she was able to deaden that ball in fair territory, she's got a good chance to reach, and we've got runners at first and third.
Well, and she's got a lot of speed as well, and I think you're going to see Coach Smith utilize that a lot.
Squares to bunt again. Picked up by Shiflett, throw to first. In time just did get her. And it was a great play there by Shiflett to get to it and make it a lot closer than maybe it could have been. Cedartown will leave a runner stranded here in the 4th inning. The double by Haney. We head now to the 5th. Cedartown 2, Cartersville nothing. Back after 60 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
This is Andy Harris, President of Coosa Valley Credit Union, inviting you to come see us for your auto loan needs. If you're buying a car or refinancing your current auto loan, at Coosa Valley Credit Union, you'll get one of the lowest interest rates in the market. Now, auto loan rates are as low as 3.99 APR when you open an account with a direct deposit. Coosa Valley Credit Union is local and nearby in Northwest Georgia. Plus, you'll always speak to a real person when dealing with us. That's what we call kinder banking.
Contact 706-235-8551 for more details. Equal opportunity lender.
Lady Dogs Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Sophia Harper leading things off as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Looked at a pitch that was low for ball 1. These umpires are moving through this game like they've got a plane to catch to the Bahamas after this.
Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Don't they know we have a 60-second timeout we've got to take in between innings? Someone should alert them. Not me, though. I vote you.
1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Listen, I never mind an umpiring crew that likes to keep the game moving. We have been in situations before where we have a game that will just drag, and these guys in blue are not going to make that.
Wasn't it the playoffs last year, that series at Creekside when the game just drug on forever and ever?
Absolutely.
That one upstairs, not because the score was like 22-1, Cedartown leading in the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
But just...
It was just a very slow-moving game. You're right.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count to Harper.
Great crew working the game today. They also were the crew that was here Saturday for us.
2-2. All-speed pitch, swung and missed for strike 3. That is strikeout number 3 for Shaylee Pittman.
So this is going to bring up Brinson. Brinson, the number 8 hitter in the lineup for the Hurricanes. The Cartersville backstop will grab a bat. She is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. She's going to dig into the right-handed batter's box and go to work.
First pitch to her, misses high and away, 1-0.
The sun about to become a little bit of an issue for us. It is at that spot in the sky where it's just glaring in at him now.
Well, it's certainly an issue if you're playing right field or first base, if you're trying to receive a throw or trying to catch a pop-up or something like that. 1-0 misses low, ball 2. Long shadows on the field as well.
We are going to have a pair of shades enter the game. I'm going to go over to Tammy Barrett. It's almost like Coach Smith might have been listening to our broadcast, which we know he goes back and watches our games in the broadcast. He's told us that on many occasions.
Because he's either said good analysis or, hey, this is
Kick
why
rocks.
we did this is why we did what this and this is what happened, you know. That one down low, ball 3.
Coach Smith, a big supporter of the Big AA and everything that we do for CHS, not just Lady Dog softball, but also kind of, you know, athletics as a whole. We appreciate him.
3-0. Just inside ball 4.
That was a close pitch there.
That's the first walk given up by Cedartown today.
Pittman was trying to paint that inside corner. Going to have a courtesy runner come in for the catcher, Brinson. It's going to be number 7. Izzy Tummins is going to be the courtesy.
My crew watching at home.
I love it. Baby J.
He's no baby anymore. He's little boy J is what he is.
And hey to you too, Christy.
And hey to the coach who's also watching.
Oh, absolutely. Listen,
well.
Coach texted us earlier, wanted to know why we weren't on the air yet.
Low and in, ball 1. Don't worry, Christy did too. She's like, what's going on? 5 straight have missed. Here comes Coach Jade Johnson out of the dugout. She's going to have a little talk with Shaylee in the infield.
Just make sure all the mechanics are where they need to be. Make sure it's nothing else other than just kind of making an adjustment out there in the circle. You know, Shaylee has gone 4 very strong innings. Like you said, 3 strikeouts on the afternoon for her. She just issued her first walk of the game. The defense has been extremely good today compared to what we saw on Saturday. I have it on very good authority that they worked some of that out over the last couple of days in the form of all sorts of things, including maybe doing a little cardio. A very quick talk.
Well, I can tell you that method of coaching comes off the Coach Dole Kelly tree.
Absolutely.
So it's 1 ball and no strikes. 5 straight have missed the zone here from Shaylee. Let's see if she can lock it in here with a strike.
You know, sometimes you just got to run the demons out.
Sometimes you do. Brock at the plate, runner on. She's the tying run at the plate. Right down the middle for a strike. That's what we needed right there, is to reestablish the zone, and that's what you did.
Well, and that's what you expect, you know, after a coaching visit like that. You expect something that's going to be almost as straight down Broadway as you can get it, just so you know that you can kind of reset everything between the years, relocate the strike zone, and just do what you've been doing.
The pitch, flied foul off the netting behind the Cedartown or the Cartersville dugout. A strike 2.
Again, another really good pitch there by Pittman. That gets her to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner is over at first, but we do have 1 out in the inning.
Shaylee's pitched around trouble already in this game a few times, and see if she can do it again here. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Swung and missed for strike 3, and she gets a big second out.
Well, listen, you throw 5 straight out of the zone, and then all of a sudden you come back with 3 straight balls that were right there where they needed to be, a strike looking, a foul tip, and then a strike swinging there, and you pick up the second out of the inning. This is going to be back to the top of the order now. We'll go to Banks.
4 strikeouts and a walk for Shaylee Pittman on the day. Popped up and out of play. Strike 1.
Banks 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Pittman going to try to make it 0 for 3.
Nothing in 1 the count. The pitch. Fly ball deep left center field, back to the fence, and we are tied. Shaylee left 1 in the zone a bit too much, and Cartersville has tied this game 2-2.
Just 1 swing of the bat is all it took. And we've got a reset ball game right here in the top of the 5th inning.
With 2 outs as well. Man, talk about a turn of events.
We told you Cedartown's upcoming schedule. Cartersville will play
They've got
another region game.
They've got Villarica tomorrow.
And then they'll have Dalton on Thursday. So back-to-back region games following this game, just like Cedartown for Cartersville. They're going to have a non-region contest. Coahulla Creek, Johns Creek.
There's a ball that just missed low, I guess. Ball 1, it had the plate.
Because it had the plate all day long, so you're right. Must have been low in the zone. This is Sam Porter, the DH. Porter's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. We're all square here in the top of the 5th now.
Ball 2 missing away.
Let's go, Sam. You got it, Sam.
2 balls, no strikes. A 2-run home run just a few moments ago has tied this thing up. Goodness gracious, she's got to throw through a cup here. It's ball 3. That was right there on the corner.
Yeah, it was. You know, the first ball that she threw that caught the zone, you could tell that, yeah, okay, maybe it was a little bit low, but that one didn't look low at all, and it definitely caught the plate.
Right down the middle for a called strike. That's what she had to do, is throw it middle to get the call, and she did. It's 3-1. Banks with the 2-run home run a few moments ago. 3 balls and a strike here to Porter. The pitch. Fly ball, right field. Going back on it is Andrews. In foul ground, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 3. But Cartersville ties it up. A 2-run homer by Lakaya Banks makes it a 2-2 score as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. We'll be back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big AA.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
A 2-run shot in the top of the 5th inning from Lakaya Banks ties this one up. And 2 runs each as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. 106.1 FM, AM 1340, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and the NFHS Network. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Lady Dogs. Barrett, Ramey, and Westmoreland. Barrett 0 for 1 on the afternoon to lead things off here in the bottom half of the 5th. I said during the break we have scored on the 2 previous odd-numbered innings. Let's see if we can repeat it here. And Andrew Carter said, let's put a crooked number up.
Swung and fouled at the plate. It'll be strike 1. It's 0-1. So far for Shiflett, 4 innings of work, 4 hits allowed, 2 runs, none of them earned. She's walked none and struck out 3. Those runs result of Cartersville errors. They have 2 errors that have resulted in 2 runs. 0-1. Foul tip for strike 2.
Well, and those errors were forced by really good base running. And we've got to get some base runners aboard and then let Coach Smith let them loose and use their speed. That's when we're dangerous.
Here's the 0-2. Bounced up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count.
Coach Smith has proven it year after year that he is not afraid to be aggressive on the base pads and use our speed to our advantage when he can. And typically, when you get some of those Cedartown fast runners aboard, they end up crossing the plate and putting some runs on the board. And we got to get back where we're getting some runners aboard and give them some opportunities.
1-2 is fouled off. She's hanging tough here.
Got to see our good friend Matt Davis from WLAQ Radio up in Rome the other day. We talked a little bit about high school football.
1-2. There's a base hit to right field there by Barrett. Rolls all the way to the fence. She's going to pass on first and head to second with a stand-up double to lead off the inning. That's the way you start a rally.
Well, absolutely. And Brock had that one played well out in right field, but it just came off of the bat like my drive does coming off of the tee box, and it took a right turn as soon as it hit the ground, and then Brock just had to go play catch-up to it, rolled all the way to the fence, and Brock all over it with a leadoff double, and now you go back to the top of the order in one of the hottest bats so far in the young season for the Lady Dogs in the form of Chloe Ramey.
Runner on second, nobody out. Ramey today 0 for 2 with a run scored.
Lady Dogs absolutely have to keep something going here.
Chloe swings and misses for strike 1.
After you give up the 2-run home run, the best thing that you can do is follow up in that next inning with capturing the momentum and taking back control of the game, and Barrett has given them the opportunity with that leadoff double.
I know this is just the first game of the season, but it almost feels like a playoff game.
It really does. Well, because each team knows that this game is going to have playoff implications down the road.
Backdoor strike there, 0-2.
It might be the first region game for these two teams. It might be Cartersville's very first regular season of the game, but I promise you, these are playoff implications right here.
0-2, way outside.
Even with the new playoff system in place of the rankings, you know that these two teams know how important this game is, and both teams want to walk away here with a W.
Well, for Cedartown, it's huge because quality of opponent and quality of win is important in that formula. A little bouncing ball right in front of home plate. That is a fair ball, or they're going to call it foul. She is safe at first. I thought the ball might have been foul at the plate, and I think the coach for Cartersville is going to argue that point.
Yep, he is. He's coming out, and he wants to argue it. And so the home plate umpire immediately is going to get a conference with the field umpire, but there's absolutely no way he's going to overturn that.
Well, I don't know.
There's no way.
The field umpire was shaking his head as he was walking toward the home plate umpire. But again, this is...
Yep. They will rule it a fair ball, and so Chloe Ramey will be aboard at third. And Cedartown has runners on the corners and nobody out in Mariah Westmoreland. That was
very close.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
But credit Chloe Ramey for running out of the box.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if she doesn't run out of the box, it doesn't matter. She's going to be out. Runner will move over to third anyway. But still nobody out. Runners on the corners, and Mariah Westmoreland the batter.
Mariah is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Runner goes, pitches outside. That nobody was covering second base, so it was just a steal to see what happens. But what that does now is puts 2 in scoring position.
Well, and listen, this Lady Dog squad, they may not be sharks, but they can still smell blood in the water. And they know they've got an opportunity here to recapture this lead and go back on top here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
1 ball and no strikes. The pitch fouled off to the opposite field. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tammy Barrett is your lead runner over at third base. She would lead this whole thing off with a leadoff double to right field. And then Chloe Ramey with that heads-up play. And now the stolen bag. She's out at second base.
By the way, the 3rd Cartersville error committed in this game.
Shiflett is shaking off the pitch selection coming from the dugout. She doesn't like it. Now she'll go to the wristband and she's ready.
Here's the 1-1. Bounced up there and a good stop there by Brinson. 2-1 the count with nobody out and runners on second and third. The go-ahead run at third and an insurance run at second. 2-1 the count. Big moment here. Westmoreland swings and skies it to left field, and it will be caught in foul territory. And not deep enough to score the run. She'll dive back into third base safely, and that'll be out number 1. So that's not a productive out there by Westmoreland. That'll send us to the next batter in the lineup, and Shaylee Pittman, who's been the best batter today.
Yep, she definitely has been carrying the hot stick today. She had a really good game offensively on Saturday as well, and she wants to help herself here, and she knows that this is a golden opportunity that she does not want to let go. And I think Cartersville also understands how big of a moment this is. They're going to go to the bullpen, and we're going to have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cedartown, runners at second and third, 1 out, a tie game, and the Lady Dogs trying to recapture the lead as they will go to the bullpen. We're going to take a 60-second break, and we'll come back with your new pitcher. This is Cedartown High School Lady Dogs softball right here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big AA.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Lady Dogs softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
Cedartown Lady Dogs trying to retake the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They have chased Zoe Shiflett from the game, and Presley Crabb will take over for the Canes in the center circle. Cedartown with runners at second and third, 1 out. And Shaylee Pittman, the hottest bat in the lineup today, is at the plate and ready to help herself.
Big chance here for Shaylee Pittman. Shaylee takes a little bit low for ball 1. 1-0 the count.
Made the comment during the break that, you chase Shiflett, but you go to Crabb, and Crabb might be number 2 on this rotation, but for a lot of schools, she'd be a starter. She'd be the number 1 in the rotation.
That one bounced up there, 2-0. And I think they're going to be careful with Pittman regardless. If Pittman gets anything down the middle to hit, and they're going to just intentionally walk her.
Well, she's 2-2 on the afternoon with an RBI, and I think that's a wise decision by Cartersville. That's going to bring up Emmeline Waits. Waits is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. But but she's also a potential danger for you at the plate because she can get into one, and if she can drive one through the infield, you're scoring at least one and retaking the lead, and you might even score two with Ramey out at second base. So Waits comes to the plate. The last thing you want, though, is a ground ball in the infield.
Infielders are playing in.
They're going to play for a play at the plate, of course.
They sure will. That one low and in. Ball one ball, no strikes.
You love this situation and what you got, but what you would love even more if Shaylee Pittman was standing over at third base instead of first. That way you got some speed at that lead runner spot, and we know how speedy Pittman is. Barrett's going to show off the wheels, though, here in just a second.
Whoa, called strike 1-1. Yeah, the third baseman, Williams, is about a third of the way down the line at third. They're playing Crenshaw over at first base. Is a little bit closer to the bag. The infielders, though, are about the same depth. 1-1, swung and missed. You've been out of the zone to get that one. 1-2.
That was a pitch well out of the zone that Waits chased on. It was a good pitch by Crabb just to see if he could get her to go fishing, and, well, she did. No crabs in that pot.
Sign given. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three, out number two.
It's going to bring up Lexi Bennett. It'll be up to the backstop to see if the ladies can cash in. A leadoff double from Barrett does not need to go to waste here.
Lexi is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. We'll take a hit any way we can get it.
And listen, this is a situation where good teams and great teams are defined. A great team is going to separate themselves from good teams and cash in.
Swung and missed on that one late. Strike one.
You got to be a great team here.
Go ahead run at third with 2 outs. Bases loaded. 2-2 tie, bottom of the 5th. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Got to protect here if you're Bennett. Just do what you know to do and just make contact and drive the ball.
0-2. Crabb to the plate. Swing and a miss, got it on 3 straight pitches, and Cedartown will leave the bases loaded in the bottom half of the 5th, and the game will stay tied. A big boost of energy for the Cartersville teams. 60-second break. We'll be back after this on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Bases loaded, and the Lady Dogs cannot cash in the bottom of the 5th inning. We will go to the top of the 6th. It's still a tie game, 2-2. Zoe Shiflett will lead things off. Shiflett got chased in that inning from the center circle, but Presley Crabb came in and was able to put a halt to the Lady Dogs rally. A leadoff double from Tammy Barrett. Gone to waste, unfortunately, for the Lady Dogs. And that's a situation that might come back to haunt the Lady Dogs, not just in this game, but further into the season. Hopefully, though, we'll reset everything here and move on and learn from it.
Fly ball to right field, giving chase is Andrews. She will not get to it. It bounces off the fence. She stumbled a bit when she went to second, throw into second. What a throw there by Andrews. Gets it in there. It's going to be a double anyway, but my goodness. Accurate throw from the right field corner. And it's a leadoff double, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position for Cartersville.
Yeah, that throw from Andrews absolutely bypassed the cutoff there with Briley Holtze and went straight into second base to Mary Grace Haney. And although Shiflett was in there by a couple of steps, Andrews trying to make it close.
That's the third hit of the day for Shiflett. She has all three of, three of Cartersville's 4 hits.
So the head coach talking to the umpire, my guess is he's wanting to put in a runner for Shiflett.
Well, the thing is, though, Shiflett
is no longer the pitcher.
Yeah.
So you can't courtesy run for her, so you'd have to pitch run for her, correct?
If they wanted to do that, I mean, so that's what they're talking about. All
right, Coach, help us out. I know you're listening. Send us a Chris McKelvey ruling on this.
I'm wondering if Shiflett became the designated player, I guess, but the designated player or hitter is Sam Porter, who's on deck. So does that mean that Shiflett is re-entering the game as the pitcher? That's the question. And they will send out a runner for her.
So that is going to be Sellers again.
I would imagine that would probably burn Shiflett. She can't come back in to play offensively or defensively. And again, I could be wrong on that.
That's going to bring up Kennedy Crenshaw. And it is not Sellers that is running. Was that number 11, Sean, that you said? Sam Evans is going to run for Cartersville.
She's the flex player.
So Coach Smith now, though, is coming out and arguing his case to the umpire.
So Sam Evans is the left fielder who is the flex player. Now the umpires are going to talk about it again. So, and again, can re-enter one time, says Coach.
So we'll have to wait for a ruling from the guys in blue. They're both talking about it, and they want to make sure they get this one right.
Again, this is not an argument or a discussion about a call that was made on the field. It's about a
rule.
It's about how you substitute in a player. Again, Zoe Shiflett, the starting pitcher, was lifted for the relief pitcher in Crabb, but then Shiflett was the person to lead off this inning, and Cartersville, not wanting to lose the bat of Shiflett, who has been the hottest hitter on there, did come back out there to hit for in her position. And then she's relieved by the pinch runner. Now, and I guess it all depends on whether or not Shiflett was playing a position after she went out, and I'm thinking she's not, but they're still talking about this.
And now Coach Smith is going to go out to the field, and he is going to talk to the umpire and crew. He had given them a lot of room to talk. Coach Smith was standing in foul territory as the crew was talking just beyond third base, and once it sounded like maybe they had made up their minds, Coach Smith went out there and is now talking directly to them. And the Cartersville coach is standing very close by.
And if Coach Smith knows anything about softball, he is up on the rule book.
Absolutely.
That man is up on the rule book. He knows the rules of the game. He knows the rules. So I think he's trying to figure out, what's happening here.
And so it looks like they're consulting the lineup card. And he's still getting an explanation from the field umpire who's leading this conversation now. And so what was, and I had commented and complimented the crew on this, what was a pretty quickly moving game is now all of a sudden grinded to a halt as we have to have a conversation about the rule book.
And again, this is, and Sean Smith made this very good point. We're dealing not only with the pitcher who had been relieved but came back in, but then she was relieved for the flex player who is the left fielder. So she's a defensive player. Wouldn't you forfeit the designated hitter who's the person who's on deck right now?
And now they're calling Coach Woodard back out, and they're going to talk to him about it.
It's almost like dividing by zero. You can't do it. By the way, top of the fifth inning, Atlanta still leaves Miami 1-0.
I can tell you this. Somebody is not going to be happy with the decision that the guys in blue make.
Isn't it usually that way? I mean, if it's a consequential or, if it's that kind of a decision, somebody's going to be upset. Cartersville's coach is the one who looks to be the most visibly upset or annoyed. But I don't know what the call's going to be.
And, the bad part of this is we will not really get to find out anything like this or what's going on until the end of the game when we can talk to Coach Smith. And so we're just going to have to kind of fly by the seat of our pants on this, and it appears that everything's going to stay as is with Evans, the courtesy runner, out at second base.
That is one crazy lineup switch if I've ever seen one.
So now that's going to bring up Kennedy Crenshaw. Crenshaw comes to the plate with the runner out at second base and nobody out in the inning, and we'll reset and do it again. 2-2 is your score. We are in the top of the 6th inning.
An extended wait period here. Now we're finally ready to go.
You know what this makes me miss quite a bit? First the pitch.
Yeah, here it is. A little bit low for ball one.
The days of Dan Merkins being here. Of course, Dan was a long-time high school umpire.
A lot of times Dan will be watching in or listening into our broadcast, and he would be texting or commenting on our Facebook.
And he could definitely give us help on the baseball side of things. Now, how fluent he was with the softball rule book, I do not know.
Little nub shot to the center. They're going to turn and go over to first. In time, the runner rounds third, and now the throw goes back over to third. First out of the inning, and now the go-ahead run is at third base with one gone. Shaley thought about throwing over to third, but then spins around and throws over to first, still in plenty of time.
And now Porter. And now they're going to go with a pinch hitter here, and it's going to be number 7, Izzy Tummins, who is going to hit in the spot of Bradley, who is in the 5 spot in the order. So another change in the lineup. Cartersville trying to get the magic combination here to retake the lead. They've got a runner over at third base and just one out in the inning. Now, we have seen Shaylee Pittman pitch out of trouble before, and here she is again having to work through it. Good explanation there by Chris McKelvey. He told us that a flex can't be in the field at the same time as the player they are flexed for.
Called strike one.
I agree, Coach. I can figure out my way around a designated hitter, but
yeah, we're talking about designated player and flex player and all that jazz. One out runner at third. 2-2 tie here at the top of the 6th. The 0-1. Upstairs, ball one.
First at bat for Tummins.
Tummins is a name I remember though from last season.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out.
Cartersville with only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players on the bench. 1-1. Little nub shot. It is called at shortstop, and a double play. What a play there by Haney. She catches the little line drive, and she beats the wrap at third base, Sam. What a play.
Listen, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. It gets Shaylee Pittman out of trouble again, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th.
Let's take a 60-second break. We'll return after this.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Another great piece of defensive work for the Lady Dogs. Gets them out of the inning and keeps the trouble at bay. It'll be Aniston Davis to lead things off for the Lady Dogs. Bottom of the 6th inning, 6, 7, and 8 due up. Still tied at 2 runs each here at CHS against the Canes.
Crab will deliver, and it's a called strike.
Davis back in the box now. Crab checks her wristband. She's ready to go.
0-1. Outside, ball 1. Good take there by Annie. 1-1 the count. Bradley, by the way, has re-entered the game at center field. Here's the 1-1. Swung and missed for strike 2.
So we believe, between the 3 of our brains here in the box, plus the help of Chris McKelvey, we believe Zoe Shiflett has been burned and she cannot come back into the game.
Now, Game Changer has Tummins in center field, but it is Bradley out there. That is a foul ball, I think. They called that a fair ball.
Well, I think they said it was it maybe a off the mask is what he said?
But still, I mean.
Well, was it a drop strike 3 though? That's the only thing it could have been, right?
Yeah, so that's what it was. It was a drop strike 3.
The catcher kind of tipped her glove, almost like maybe it was off of her glove and then off of her mask.
No argument from Cartersville, though. And going to have a pinch runner for Davis. It's going to be number 2 for Cedartown. Gracie Andrews, the right fielder, who is the flex player, will run for her. So it looks like Coach Smith's going to pull the same thing here.
Absolutely.
If you can do it, do it.
Mary Grace Haney in the box, ready to go to work.
Pitch on the way. She'll square the bunt. It is a strike. 0-1.
So another kind of expansion on the explanation that Chris McKelvey's told us. Batting for the DP, the flex can enter the game as a hitter or runner, but can only take the batting spot of the designated player.
A little pop-up left side. That's going to be foul. Strike 2.
Simultaneous play, both the DP and the flex can be on the playing field at the same time, but they cannot occupy the active batting lineup simultaneously. So there is you a official ruling that Josh Smith is going to have to explain to me like I am a second grader later after the game.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
So that'll be the first out of the inning. And it'll be Briley Holtze that'll come to the plate. Holtze is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. You got a speedy runner over at first base in Andrews. And you got a speedy runner at the plate in Holtze. If we could get Holtze aboard and move Andrews over, we got a chance here.
Briley with a big cut and miss. They had her picked off at first, but she gets back in safely.
It was a bang play over there, but Andrews just able to beat the tag. Again, I think that was a situation where she didn't beat the throw, but she did beat the tag. No balls, 1 strike to count on Holtze.
Holtze hits it on the ground to second base. Throw on to first. Save! Sam, you said it's speed. It counts on that one. So what happened on that play, Sam? Harper at second base. It was a slow roller. She had to deal with a runner going past her. She never had a good grip on the ball. Finally did get a grip, threw over to first base. It was bang, runner, and ball got there at the same time. Runner's safe. First and second, 1 out.
And now you've got that speed on the base pads, and we'll see how aggressive Coach Smith wants to be with Tammy Barrett coming to the plate. Barrett's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. You cannot let this opportunity fall by the wayside like you did with bases loaded. Time is called as Crab will step off. I don't think she liked the pitch selection from the dugout.
Yeah, Barrett had that key base hit her last time up.
Leadoff double.
Kind of a weak swing there, cut on a miss for strike 1.
Yep, offered at that first pitch, and that might be one she would take back if she could.
Nothing hurt.
Here's the 0-1. High, good take.
Listen, great eye there at the plate. You heard somebody in the crowd say it as well, and I agree. That was a really good take there by Barrett, and that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. If Barrett can get aboard safely here, might have bases loaded with the top of the order coming up.
Called strike 2 right down the middle, 1 and 2.
Or you can get Barrett to serve one up into right field like she did last time and play to run, maybe 2. Chloe Ramey on deck for the Lady Dogs. She's had a quiet day at the plate. 0 for 3 with a run scored is Ramey.
1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, out number 2.
I think Crabb maybe threw that rise ball in there, climbed the ladder on it, and Barrett just couldn't catch up to it. So it's going to be up to Ramey if we want to score some runs and keep the inning going here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
The 2 base runners aboard here, a drop strike 3, and then an infield hit. First and second, 2 outs, and Chloe, who has come through in the clutch a lot of her career, way outside for ball 1 on that one. 1 ball, no strikes.
Gracie Andrews, the lead runner out at second base, courtesy running, or pinch running, I guess, for Aniston Davis. And then Briley Holtze, another speedster over at first base. Ramey ahead in the count here. 1 ball, no strikes.
Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. She tried to give Cedartown the lead right there.
I think so. Looked like maybe she got ahead of that one a little bit.
1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Home half of the 6th inning, the go-ahead run at second.
Need a big base hit right here from one of your seniors.
Ramey takes a call strike 2. Nasty pitch, probably one of the best we've seen.
Yeah, that was
double off.
Absolutely. We saw a couple of those pitches from Shiflett earlier in the game, but I agree that's probably the best pitch that we've seen Crabb throw all day.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Cedartown leaves 2 more aboard. We're tied at 2 through 6. Top of the 7th coming up. We'll take a 60-second break and be back after this on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Every great team is built on tradition, trust, and showing up when it matters most. That's the same legacy the Gamage family of Gamage Funeral Home has built both on the field and throughout our community for over 75 years. For generations, they've worn the red and black, cheered on our Bulldogs from the stands, and stood by their side during life's toughest moments. When your family needs compassionate care from people you know and trust, choose Gamage Funeral Home. Gamage Funeral Home, the home of thoughtful service.
Visit Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings to get high-grade performance straight from the commercial Maytag washer assembly line. The Maytag commercial-grade residential washer features a robust build that brings rugged durability to your home laundry room. Shop now at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings and bring home the power of Maytag. Stop in at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, 539 West Avenue in Cedartown, 770-748-7936 or rudywoods.com.
Lady Dogs Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Alana Williams will lead things off for the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes. Top of the 7th inning, 6, 7, and 8 due up.
First pitch, a called strike. It's 0-1.
Two is your score. Cartersville striking for 2 runs in the 5th inning. Cedartown with a run each in the 1st and the 3rd innings.
0-1. Little nub shot to third base. On to first in time, out number 1. Good play over there across the horn. Waits to Barrett.
That's exactly the way you want to start off this top of the 7th inning. Get to the bottom of the 7th, take the lead, win it, and go home. This is going to bring up Sophia Harper. Harper is 0 for 2. You do not want to get back to the top of the order for Cartersville because that's when you run in to Banks, who has the big 2-run home run that tied this one up.
Cedartown's 2 runs came in the 1st and 3rd inning, respectively. Just missed for ball 1.
You'd have to get Cartersville would have to get Harper, Brinson, and Brock aboard before you could get back to that top of the order.
Well, let's hope we don't have to see them until maybe extra innings. And hopefully we don't have to get that far. Cedartown's going to win this one. It's going to be in a walk-off. Foul back, strike one. 1-1. We're tied 2-2.
One ball, one strike. 51-5.
Harper back in the box, ready to go.
The 1-1 on the way from Shaley. Just got a piece and fouled it back, strike two.
Very impressed with the way that the Cedartown defense has played today. After that tough game with those 7 errors on Saturday, they have been clutch for the Lady Dogs tonight.
You know, very good point by Gale. First, the 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung and missed for strike 3, out number 2. Shaylee Pittman with her 5th strikeout, and it was a big one right there to get out number 2 here. But these girls have played together for a long time. This is a group that's kind of like the baseball team, you know, from this past year, and then you know, 3 or 4 years ago that went to the Final Four. This is a team that has played together for just about their entire lives.
Emily Brinson will come to the plate.
Inside there to her for ball 1.
She's 0 for 1 with a walk on the afternoon. Now evening as we are just past 8:30 here on the East Coast.
1-0 on the way. Just a bit low for ball 2. Try to get that call there. 2-0 the count. Shaylee, by the way, her pitch count is up to 83 pitches, 51 of them strikes.
She's still cruising.
Very efficient. Here's the 2-0. Fouled off, 2-1.
3 straight games for the Lady Dogs. Of course, Pittman, your pitcher here, will probably, I would say, start on Thursday. I would think we might go to a Gracie Andrews tomorrow on the road at Woodland. See what Gracie can do in the center circle.
2-1 the count. Shaylee to the play. Ground ball past. Oh, shortstop Fields throws. Not in time. Ball gets away, but it will not. It's going to be an infield hit regardless.
Well,
once it got past third base,
yeah,
Haney made a great attempt.
That was deep in the hole for Haney over at short.
That'll likely be for Cartersville their 5th hit. Perhaps Waits, you know, that got past Waits, and I think once, like I said, once it got past Waits, Haney probably had no shot to get
they
her.
ruled that an error.
That's a very, very...
I don't agree with that.
Well, let me see. I'm following the other game changer, which I may use. We'll see what they score it as. That's a very tough error. I'm telling you what.
Number 8, Joy Ryan.
So it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner come out, and it's going to be Joy Ryan. And it also looks like Sellers is going to grab a bat and hit here in the top of the 7th inning. This would be Carter Brock's spot, but Evans is going to come in and hit. Brock had been 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Then you'd go back to the top of the order to Banks. We don't need Banks at the plate with 2 on.
2 outs, runner on, pitch on the way. A little low and in, ball 1.
Not a bad pitch at all, though, from Shaylee Pittman.
Yeah, Cartersville ruled that a single. I agree with their assessment on that one. I think it's a single. So that'll be their 5th hit. 1-0 pitch. Strike call, 1-1.
Well, yeah, she went right back to that inside corner. She was just able to move it in about 2 inches or so and maybe up a little bit as well. Make sure that she gets the call there, and that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on Sellers. Big spot for Sellers here. First at bat of the game. Trying to put Cartersville ahead.
Ground ball to third. Boots for a moment, able to recover and throws on to first. Great play. Once again, Waits knocked it down, threw on to first, and a great pick there by Barrett. No harm, no foul. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning, a chance for Cedartown to walk it off. We'll be back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-price national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
This is Andy Harris, President of Coosa Valley Credit Union, inviting you to come see us for your auto loan needs. If you're buying a car or refinancing your current auto loan, at Coosa Valley Credit Union, you'll get one of the lowest interest rates in the market. Now, auto loan rates are as low as 3.99 APR when you open an account with a direct deposit. Coosa Valley Credit Union is local and nearby in Northwest Georgia. Plus, you'll always speak to a real person when dealing with us. That's what we call kinder banking.
Contact 706-235-8551 for more details. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Lady Dawgs Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Another great defensive play by the Lady Dogs closes out an inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Will the Lady Dogs walk it off here, or do we have free baseball, or softball, I should say, in store for you? It'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up. Mariah Westmoreland will lead things off. Crab still in the center circle.
Westmoreland is swinging a miss, strike one.
Absolutely imperative that we get Mariah aboard and use her speed over at first base. You got Pittman that's next. She's got some speed too, but I want to see Westmoreland get aboard here.
Mariah 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and she'll take that one just off the plate. Outside, ball one. Lights are on here at the ball field. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chase something outside. 1 and 2.
Just got to keep your head down here and protect if you're Mariah.
Yep.
Need her to come through here for the Lady Dogs.
The 1-2. Got her swinging for strike 3, out number 1. So it won't be Mariah who will be the winning run.
It could
potentially.
That could be Shaylee Pittman, though. She's 2 for 2, an RBI, and an intentional walk.
Chance for the senior to do something big.
Well, and this is a good part of the lineup for this part of the game. Bottom of the 7th, wanting to walk it off.
Crab set and deals. Taken outside. 1 ball and no strikes. The thing about it is, even if you want to stay away from Shaylee, you don't want her to get on base because she can manufacture runs with her legs.
Absolutely, she can. We have seen it time and time again, season after season.
1-0 pitch. Fouled off her knuckles. Back behind us, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-2 tie. We're in the bottom half of the 7th in this region opener for both Cartersville and Cedartown. For Cartersville, it's their season opener. Cedartown 1-0 after a 10-8 win against Temple on Saturday in non-region action. 1-1 pitch, swung, fouled back. 1-2.
She is battling up there, and she's going to continue to battle. If Shaylee's going to be an out, she's going to be a tough out here against Crab. You know that the senior wants to make something happen here for her squad, especially against this team right here.
The 1-2. High. Taken high for ball 2. 2 and 2.
Good lay off there by Pittman. Did not want to go after anything way high out of the zone. Crab climbed the ladder on her, and Pittman left it alone.
2-2 pitch. Just got a piece of that one and fouled it off to the right side.
Again, just battling here against Crab. Still a great crowd on hand here at CHS.
Two. Stays alive, fouls it back.
You know, you get to a point where you just feel like every pitch that she's able to foul off kind of increases her chance of squaring one up and being able to drive it. She's just inching closer and closer. A good battle here between two pitchers.
2-2 pitch again. Outside, full count, 3 and 2.
Not a bad pitch at all, though, by Crabb. She kind of climbed the ladder a little bit, moved it to that outside part of the plate. Wanted Pittman to chase, but she laid off. Payoff pitch on the way from Crabb.
And here it is. Just got a piece to stay alive.
I mean, again, just barely making contact with that bat and fouling it off.
Again, another payoff pitch. And here it comes. And she got her swinging for strike 3. That was a humongous strikeout there for Crabb and the Cartersville Lady Canes, 2 out.
It's going to be up to Emmeline Waits now to see if we can win it here or at least keep the inning going. Bases empty and 2 outs. Waits is 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts. And what a better time here could you ask for to get your first hit of the night.
First pitch to her is all the way back to the backstop for ball 1.
Brinson didn't even try to go after that one.
Couldn't we have had that one for ball 4 a while ago?
Absolutely.
But that's not how it goes.
Umpire's a big old dude back there, and I think he had to move out of the way.
One 0.
Oh.
Strike called. Looked like it was a bit inside.
Looked like it was a bit high, too. But either way, the man in blue gives her the call, and it evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Call strike 2.
Yeah, she went inside, then with that pitch, she goes and works kind of the outer portion of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs.
And the pitch. Just missed outside for ball 2. Boy, I'm telling you what, that was close. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Did she go? She did not. Held up her swing, able to check it. Full count, 3-2. Key pitch here. Another full count. And it's a swing and a miss, and we're heading to extra innings. 3 up, 3 down go the Lady Bulldogs. We head to the 8th. Back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer. And that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Free softball here in the region opener. Cedartown, Cartersville tied at 2 each as we will head to the top of the 8th inning. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network. Cedartown would strike for a run in the bottom of the 1st and the bottom of the 3rd. Cartersville would counter with 2 on a 2-run home run in the top of the 5th inning from the leadoff batter, and she will lead off the extra softball, excuse me. It'll be Lakaya Banks. Yes, she does.
Banks, as you mentioned, that 2-run home run back in the 5th that tied the game up at the moment. Shaley's still out there. Pittman in the game, 7 innings, 88 pitches, 55 strikes. Popped her up this time. Shortstop calls. Haney's got it. 1 pitch, 1 out.
That's the best way you could start off the 8th inning against Banks there. And you are right, Sean Smith Sam Porter is going to come to the plate, but Zoe Shiflett has grabbed a bat, and her spot in the lineup, I think, was a bit of a sore spot and a controversial call.
Call strike over the outside corner, 0-1 the count now.
And we will see if Coach Smith argues it when Shiflett comes to the plate.
And
Porter, 0 for 3.
And again, yours truly and my broadcast partner here, that's high and tight ball one. We certainly don't claim to be experts.
No, I am by far from an expert. I am solely reliant on what other people tell me in this situation.
But I'm guessing first the 1-1. Just missed outside.
That was a really good pitch there from Pittman.
2-1 the count. I'm guessing that you count that one re-entry after she is no longer the pitcher.
And that would make sense. That would compute.
Here's the 2-1. High. Ball 3.
Well, you gotta worry about Porter at the plate here, though, because you don't want to put any runners on for Shiflett. She has been a perfect 3 for 3 on the night from the plate.
Shaley with 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. 3-1 on the way. Foul back, and that's going to fill the count up.
Good way to come back with a good pitch there from Pittman. She also knows you don't want to put Porter aboard.
No, she knows the inning and the score.
Absolutely.
No doubt about that.
She knows it better than anybody.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the 8th.
Long look in to the dugout, waiting for the call. Now she's ready.
And here comes the payoff pitch. Fly ball hit to left center field. It'll be the left fielder, Chloe Ramey, who makes the call and makes the squeeze.
And listen, most people probably missed this. I happened to be looking at the right spot at the right time. But Coach Smith had just adjusted Ramey and told her to take about 8 or 10 steps in. And she had her played perfectly. And so that will bring up Zoe Shiflett, who is a perfect 3 for 3.
But at least just face her without.
And now
without anybody on base.
Bennett was pointing into the dugout and wanted something. I don't know if she was wanting one of the coaches to come out or what.
She also might have been confused on why Shiflett's back out there. And, you know, it definitely some creative scorecards there. And that one hit her on the leg. So she's going to reach at first base.
Not a terrible idea if that was indeed what they wanted to do. And so now this is going to be Crenshaw. She is 0 for 3, but first we're going to have a coaching visit from head coach Josh Smith. He'll bring the infield in and he'll have a chat with them. You got to think that this is Shaley Pittman's ball game to finish, though, and it does look like it's just a chat. No pitching change in store for the Lady Dogs here in the top of the 8th inning.
Yeah, typically when you got a game this close and Shaley's been pitching great, that's only the second. Well, it's only 1 walk and then the hit batsman. That's the first batter she has hit today, and it was right off the foot of Zoe Shiflett. Shiflett is the go-ahead run at first base. And Kennedy Crenshaw
0 for 3 on the night. Let's see if we can make it 0 for 4.
How aggressive is Cartersville on running? The pitch. Fly ball to center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Throw to second base. Runners first and second.
And now that's going to bring up Bradley. Bradley is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
I'm shocked they don't maybe pinch hit for her, but they're going to leave her in there. They already subbed her out in the on the base pads, but then brought her back in. Actually, she was pinch hit already once before and re-entered the game. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And you can't afford to lose your center fielder here for Cartersville, so they can't sub her out this time because they'll lose their center fielder in the bottom of the 8th if they do.
Well, and Coach Woodard has already gone to the bench quite a bit trying to figure out the best combination.
So this is up to Bradley here if it's going to happen. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off to the right side, strike two.
Let's go.
Two gone, runners on first and second.
Score update from the Big AA studios. Atlanta is on top 3-0, bottom of the 7th.
Tell you what, Major League Baseball games go just about as fast as softball games do.
Yeah, absolutely they do.
No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Caught at first base. What a play by Barrett. Saved the game for now. Out number 3, stabbed the line drive. Barrett with an outstanding catch over there to snag the line drive. It is 3 gone and 2 left aboard here in the top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Cedartown's going to try to walk it off again. 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dawgs!
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
Yet again, another defensive gem by first baseman Tammy Barrett for the Lady Dogs. Gets them out of the inning, and we'll go to the bottom half of the 8th. Lexi Bennett will lead things off. 5, 6, and 7 due up as the Lady Dogs try to walk it off. Bennett tried to walk it off right there.
Yeah, big cut and a miss there for strike 1. Lexi today is hitless. She'd like to get on the board here.
It'll be Bennett, Davis,
Actually,
and Haney.
Beg your pardon, she does have 1 hit. Here's the 0-1 to her. Called strike 2, just barely nicked the corner. Bennett back in there. Bottom half of the 8th inning, 2-2 tie. The pitch. Got her swinging on 3 straight pitches, 1 gone.
So Gracie Andrews is going to hit in the spot of Aniston Davis here in the 6th hole. This will be Andrews' first plate appearance tonight. Again, if you can get Andrews aboard, she's just like a Shaylee Pittman, Mariah Westmoreland. She has got some speed out there on the base paths.
There's a strike call to her, 0-1.
Andrews playing out in right field tonight as the flex player for Cedartown.
Hey, Austin Riley had a 2-run home run,
Absolutely.
which made it 3-0. Way to go, Austin. Love to see him turn it around in the second half. Hopefully he can do it. 0-1 on the way, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Got to get aboard here if you're Andrews. We need to cause a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the 8th. See if we can't get something going and walk this one off and head to the house. We're approaching 9 o'clock.
This game started at 6:30. And 3 straight pitches will take care of Haney. Rather, Haney is coming up. That'll take care
of Andrews.
So that's out number 2. 6 pitches, 6 strikes.
Haney is 1 for 3 on the night. She does have a strikeout as well.
Boy, if she can get one to drive, she had that home run on Saturday. She's got the power to do so. She'll take one down low, ball 1.
Good take there by the young shortstop for the Lady Dogs, playing in the spot of Kinsley Boozer.
A big open stance. 1-0 pitch. Got the call over the inside corner, 1-1.
Boozer expected to make her return to the lineup late August.
A couple of weeks away. Inside to her, 2-1. Pretty good pitch, but missed a little bit too far in with it.
Yep.
Definitely one to try to buckle her knees with. Crab with a 2-1. Instead, they can't get together there, and now time was called. Heard someone say she's coming inside. See if she does. 2-1 on the way. She does not. She goes outside and gets the outside corner. 2-2. Lady Dogs are a strike away from having to go to the 9th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Fouled off. Good hack.
First day of school tomorrow for Polk County Schools. Want to wish everybody a good first day. Teachers, students, staff, bus drivers, everybody. Hope they have a great day. Get things rolling in the right direction for the 2026-2027 school year.
The 2-2 pitch. Fouled away left side. One thing I will miss this year is the yearly message from our good friend Gary Martin, who would always have his spots to welcome kids back to school. That very humorous spot where he would welcome everyone back to school. And, of course, we lost Gary Martin last year. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Outside, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. You got Briley Hulsey on deck. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see her in this inning.
Yeah, I love these girls, but I'd love to go home too.
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch. Inside ball for
man.
What bat. I'm telling you what.
I tell you what, though, that looked like a great pitch from Crab. It looked like it had the plate, I'm guessing, maybe low in the zone. Either way, it was ball 4 and a great at-bat by Mary Grace Haney. And so the 2-out walk is going to bring up Briley Hulsey, who is 1 for 3.
Cedartown with 6 hits. 3 of those hits have come from the bottom of the order here. Haney, Hulsey, and Barrett all have hits.
Hey, you ready to go around? Back up the throw right here, Ken.
How aggressive are we on the base paths?
1, 2, 2.
I don't think we're too much aggressive. We'll see, though. She's going. It's fouled away. So I guess we are being aggressive.
Down and see.
I forget that this team was coached by Josh Smith. Yeah, Mr. Aggressive.
We were off to the races on that one. Well, I think he knows.
Well, and they're not, and, second base was wide open right there. 0-1, she's going again, pitches low. Throw goes down to second base, they got it. Perfect throw from Brinson will end the inning. And we head now to the top of the 9th, still tied at 2. Back after this 60-second break on the Big Double A.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Lady Dogs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Lady Dogs can't walk it off in the bottom of the 8th, so we will head to the top of the 9th inning, still all knotted up at 2 runs each. Here at CHS, it will be Williams to lead things off. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Canes. Shaylee Pittman still in the center circle for the Lady Dogs.
Shaylee deals to her and is hit on the ground to shortstop, and it takes a funny hop. She'll round first, head towards second. Chloe Ramey has to run it down. Throw goes to second base, and she's in there sliding.
That was pitch number 100 right there for Pittman. And the Canes are in business. Booted from Haney.
Chloe made it close,
yep,
but she got to it and threw to second.
And Williams cruises into second base. And now you got trouble, and that's going to bring up Harper.
Sophia Harper 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts.
I said during the break, and I did not realize it until after I said it, but that was pitch number 100 from Pittman, and you just wonder at this point how much gas does she have left in the tank. Now, we know softball players can go much deeper into a game and pitch a lot more, throw a lot more pitches than a baseball pitcher can.
Bunt try, and she bunts it foul.
I think both coaches, with their strategy right now, with Coach Smith sending Haney and then showing bunt there from Cartersville, they know they're going to have to manufacture something if they're going to pick up this win. And that's exactly what they're trying to do here.
No balls, 1 strike. 2-2 the score. Top of the 9th inning, pitches upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bennett with a good stop there to hold on to that one.
Williams, the runner at second. It is almost past Sam's bedtime.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Squares to bunt again. That is a foul ball. That might have hit her on the fingers too, but it hit bat as well, and it's going to be strike 2. 1-2.
Is he going to send her to first base?
There's no way. It hit the bat. Did it not hit the bat?
I thought it hit the bat, but he sends her to first. So now Cartersville with runners at first and second and nobody out.
There's no argument from Cedartown's dugout, so I guess they saw something I didn't see.
The catcher, Brinson, will come to the plate, 0 for 2. She also has walked once in tonight's game. A golden opportunity here for the girls wearing the golden socks.
The second hit by pitch so far for Shaylee Pittman. And again, I thought it was a foul ball, but what do I know? Squares to bunt this time, lays it down perfectly. All hands will be safe. Bases loaded, nobody out.
And now you're in trouble.
You couldn't have cued that one out there with a pool stick better.
I mean, just slow roller down the third base line. And Waits just couldn't do anything with it. And that's, you couldn't have played it any better if you were Emmeline. It's just one of those that once you got to it, you couldn't do anything.
Well, she made the right decision.
Absolutely. Stick it in her pocket. You're right. Absolutely. So that's going to bring up, I believe, Sellers.
It is Sellers.
Yep.
Bases loaded, nobody out.
This is Sellers' second plate appearance. A pinch hitter for Brock in the lineup. Sellers is 0 for 1.
Ball 1 just inside. 1-0 the count.
Man, that looked like a good pitch for Pittman.
Sure did. And you got Banks looming on deck.
Back to the top of the order.
1 ball, no strikes. We're tied at 2, top of the 9th. The pitch. Base hit left field. 1 run will score. Here comes the throw to the plate. Safe. 2 runs will score. The third. Safe. Second and third, nobody out, and Cartersville has doubled the score.
Well, Sellers was able to do what everybody's been able to do all night, and that's just kind of hit little bloopers that get just beyond the infield and find some outfield grass, and that's what happened. And that one plated 2 runs for the Canes. And that is their first lead of the night, and it comes here in the top of the 9th inning. Pitching coach out to talk to the girls, try to reset everything.
Well, you go back and you look at this game, and there's so many missed opportunities for Cedartown, offensively speaking. We have bases loaded. We've had runners in scoring position, chances to win it, chances to take the lead, and we just haven't been able to do so, and that's why we're in the extra innings now. And it just became a game of attrition after that, and right now Cartersville is winning that game.
And now they have taken their first lead of the night, as Sam mentioned.
And they are going to intentionally walk Banks, and so they will load the bases again.
I can't blame them for that at all.
And Crabb is going to grab a bat here, and she is going to hit. She will bat in the spot of Porter, who was the DH. Porter had been 0 for 4. Zoe Shiflett looming on deck.
Cartersville now with 9 hits. There's a called strike. 0-1 the count. One from Shaley, right down the middle, strike 2. This is the point here where you just gotta bear down and get these outs and try not to let any more runs score.
Absolutely have to limit the damage. See if you can keep this a 2-run game and head to the 9th.
Brinson Sellers and Banks, your runners on base for Cartersville. 2 runs in. Pitch. Call strike 3, got her looking on 3 pitches.
So that's going to bring up the very dangerous Zoe Shiflett, 3 for 3. Bases loaded, first out of the inning.
Zoe Shiflett has not been retired today. She is 3 for 3. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Also,
the pitch fouled off.
Also hit by a pitch in her last plate appearance. Hit her right on the shoe tops.
So she has reached base safely all 4 times. So a daunting task here for the senior pitcher, Shaley Pittman.
Cartersville would strike for 2 runs in the 5th inning to tie it up, and they've put a 2 spot on the board so far here in the top of the 9th to take the lead. 4-2 is your score.
0-1 on the way. Popped up. That was a ball, and that's going to be strike 2 as Shayla Pittman is ahead in the count. I think Zoe would like to have that one back.
Absolutely,
take for a ball.
she would. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yep,
bases loaded, 1 out. Pittman a long look in. Now she'll look at the wristband, and she's ready.
0-2 pitch. Grand slam. Straight away center field, and it's 8-2.
Well, bases loaded. Couldn't cash in.
Cartersville
does.
Yep.
And you know, we said earlier in the broadcast that this game, first region game of the season, but it absolutely has playoff implications. And you're going to look back to this game and say, coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah, there's a lot of what ifs here. 6-run lead for Cartersville. They've scored 6 runs here in this 9th inning, including a grand slam by Zoe Shiflett, who is now 4 for 4.
This will bring up Kennedy Crenshaw. Crenshaw 1 for 4 on the night.
Base is empty now, 1 out. Grounded towards second base. Vacuumed up and the throw goes low. And that's going to be an E4 on Holsey. The inning will continue. The inning, of course, would have continued anyway, but now there's going to be a runner on base, and you still have just 1 out.
Number 15,
only the second error of the game for Cedartown on defense.
This will bring up Bradley. Bradley's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. The Lady Dogs just trying to get out of the inning and get to the bottom of the 9th.
There's a called strike 1. Sky to the right side. That'll be a foul ball. Strike 2.
Good spot for here to pick up the second out of the inning if you're Pittman.
In other news, Matt Olson has now officially played in his 895th straight game, joining Hall of Famer Stan Musial for the 8th longest streak in Major League Baseball history.
Stan the man.
Don't think he's going to catch Junior, Cal Ripken Jr. Line foul down the right side. That's an unreachable.
I was going to say that's probably one of those records that will never be matched or broken.
Kind of like the 5,000 or so strikeouts by Nolan Ryan. That'll never be reached either.
No. Well, pitchers they don't pitch deep enough into games. Even if you had somebody that came,
Here's the 0-2. Low and in, runner will head to third base as the ball gets past Lexi Bennett, and runners will now be at third base. And it's 1-2.
But even if you had a pitcher that came in and joined the major leagues very early on in their career and even pitched maybe a little longer career, they just don't pitch deep enough into games. That was back. Nolan Ryan was in the days when you go 7-8 innings, sometimes complete game.
Now we're missing outside. Ball 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, think about it too. Nolan Ryan was a rookie in 1967, 68, something like that for the New York Mets, and retired in 1993. So he went a long time in the majors.
Yes, he did. Bennett with a jog out to the center circle just to kind of get her and Pittman back on the same page.
Bottom of the 8th, by the way, the Braves had the bases loaded with nobody out, leading 3-0 over the Marlins.
I think Bennett wants to make sure that Pittman is in a good headspace right now. You don't want to give up the 7th run of the inning because you throw one away.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Shaley with a half dozen strikeouts. Fly ball to right center field. That ball's got a chance. That ball is gone. Second home run of the inning. It's now 10-2.
And you got to pull her now. You thought that maybe Pittman was just going to have to work to the end of the game and it would be hers to close out, but 2 big home runs in this inning and 8 runs and an 8-run lead, and that'll do it for the night for Shaley Pittman. We'll send it back to the station for a 60-second timeout. We'll come back after this pitching change. You are listening to Cedartown High School Lady Dawgs softball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
The night is done for Shaley Pittman. She will yield to her younger sister, Aubrey Pittman. Shaley would go 8 1/3 innings, giving up 9 hits, 10 runs, 7 of them earned, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. It has been an 8-run top of the 9th inning. And Cartersville has jumped out to a 10-2 lead. It'll be Elena Williams to the plate.
She'll take a called strike.
Base is empty, 1 out here in the inning. This was a back and forth, pitch for pitch, hit for hit kind of game until this top of the 9th inning, and then the wheels fell off.
Grounded toward third base. It's going to be Haney at short, who throws, and she's safe. Infield hit.
Beat her by a step, maybe a step and a half. That was a deep play in the hole for Haney, so she made a good play on it, and she made a good throw. It was so deep in the hole, and it took so long to get to her. By the time she was there, it was going to be a tough play either way. So this will bring up number 12 for the Hurricanes. This will be Emma Miller. This will be her first plate appearance of the night. She is going to pinch hit for Sophia Harper in the 7th spot in the order. So Miller in the box, ready to go to work.
Fly ball to shallow right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Throw goes to second base. Scott at second base.
Yep, Gracie Andrews out there.
With the old 9-6 put out. Out number 2, the fielder's choice. That's a very rare fielder's choice.
But we needed that one in the worst kind of way.
You're not kidding.
So this is going to bring up Brinson, the backstop. She's 1 for 3 on the night. A walk and a run scored for the Canes.
So finally we get that elusive second out here in the 9th. Pitch is hit in the air, a little soft fly ball right side. That is a fair ball just inside the line. Throw goes to third. She is safe. The throw was a bit high, couldn't get the tag down on her in time. I think it's just another situation, Sam. The throw got there before the runner did, but the tag was not applied until she was down on the bag. So runners will be at second and third with 2 outs.
So this is going to bring up Sellers. Sellers caused some trouble for the Lady Dogs in the form of a big base hit that would drive in a couple of runs. And then, of course, they would follow that up with the big grand salami from Zoe Shiflett. Sellers 1 for 2, 2 RBIs, also has scored a run. Aubrey Pittman trying to get us out of what has been just an absolutely nightmare of a top of the 9th inning.
23-4, 23-4.
Aubrey deals, and it's a called strike 1.
I feel like Tommy Lee Jones in that movie where he was the Texas Rangers that went to guard the Texas Longhorns cheerleaders. This is my happy face.
0-1 pitch, line to third and caught over there by Waits, and that'll finally end the inning. It was a big one for Cartersville. 8 runs, including a grand slam by Zoe Shiflett. 10-2 as we head to the bottom half. Cedartown with a big hole to dig out of, and we'll see if they can do it. Back after this 60-second break on the Big Double A.
Every great team is built on tradition, trust, and showing up when it matters most. That's the same legacy the Gamage family of Gamage Funeral Home has built both on the field and throughout our community for over 75 years. For generations, they've worn the red and black, cheered on our Bulldogs from the stands, and stood by their side during life's toughest moments. When your family needs compassionate care from people you know and trust, choose Gamage Funeral Home. Gamage Funeral Home, the home of thoughtful service.
Visit Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings to get high-grade performance straight from the commercial Maytag washer assembly line. The Maytag commercial-grade residential washer features a robust build that brings rugged durability to your home laundry room. Shop now at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings and bring home the power of Maytag. Stop in at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, 539 West Avenue in Cedartown, 770-748-7936 or rudywoods.com.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
A big top of the 9th inning as Cartersville would strike for 8 runs and take an 8-run lead into the bottom of the 9th. It is going to be a tough one for the Lady Dogs. If you're keeping score at home, I have a scoring change for you, and it's one like you've never heard before. I was wrong about something, which is not something you've never heard before.
No.
Aubrey is not Shaylee's younger sister. Aubrey is Shaylee's aunt. So there you go. So there is a scoring change for you. However you want to mark that down, I just hope you're not keeping score in pen. Hopefully you're going with a pencil. It's going to be 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Lady Dogs. Halsey, Barrett, and Ramey.
That might be the relation, but I mean they're basically like sisters, though.
Yeah,
we'll go with that. So Riley Halsey will lead it off here in the bottom half of the 9th inning.
Halsey is 1 for 3 on the night.
She'll pop it up in the infield, and it will drift out of play for strike 1.
You know, if we have more of these extra inning games, I'm going to have to do what Joe Simpson and Ben Ingram do when they're together. You know, Joe does the middle of the game, and I do the beginning and the end of the game.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And then when you get to extra innings, you just kind of flip-flop.
Yep.
May have to pull that model out. Of course, Joe Simpson hasn't been on the radio that much this year for the Braves Radio Network. 1 on the way. There's a fly ball hit to shallow right field. Should be playable. It'll be the second baseman, Miller, makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Going to have a pinch hitter for Cedartown. Looks like it's going to be Caden Irvin that's going to grab a bat and hit here in the place of Tammy Barrett. Good opportunity to get somebody that doesn't get a lot of at-bats, an opportunity up there.
Got to tip your hat to Barrett and what she's done today. Some good at-bats and, of course, some good defense over at first. A swing and a miss there by Irvin, strike 1.
Chloe Ramey is on deck, back to the top of the order after Caden.
Yeah, I think we're not quite done with the game yet, but we're pretty close to it. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. But you do the autopsy of this game, it's going to be Cedartown had chances at the plate and could not make it happen when it was at key times of the game, and that's what was the difference. Swing and a miss, 3 pitches. And that'll be out number 2, and it's going to be up to Chloe Ramey if the game continues.
Yeah, runners in scoring position was just a spot that we could not capitalize on.
The old risk.
So this will bring up Ramey back to the top of the order. As we said, Ramey is 0 for 4, a run scored, and a strikeout on the night. Base is empty, 2 outs.
Fastball strike, outside corner.
Thank you to all of our listeners that have stuck with us into this extra inning region opener coming up on 9:30. You've been with us for a while.
There's a tapper toward third. That'll be a foul ball. It's 0-2, Cedartown down to their final strike.
Of course, Cedartown once again back in action tomorrow. 5:30 first pitch from Woodland High School, and then
that's not long from now.
No, it's not. And then the Lady Dogs will return back to CHS on Thursday night as we will play host to region newcomer Villa Rica. And that is going to be a 6:30 first pitch. And then on Friday night, radio-only broadcast of the Cedartown High School football scrimmage game at Hiram, taking on the Hornets.
0-2 is fouled back and almost held on to by Brinson.
I think that one got the umpire right off the mask, and he's going to walk it off for a second. He's had a long night behind the plate.
So top of the 9th inning, Ricel Iglesias is in the game. Runner on second base with 1 out, 4-0 lead for Atlanta.
Tip our cap to this umpiring crew. I thought that they have had to muddle through a lot of things tonight, but they've been a good crew, and we appreciate all that they do. No negative comments from this broadcaster, not tonight. Check me tomorrow, though. You never know. Try to keep them in a minute.
Stay tuned.
That's right. Listen, it's a long season. And we're just getting started.
0-2 the count. Crabb back in there. She's done a good job in relief. And that'll bounce up there for ball 1. I mean, Zoe Shiflett, she was fantastic.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
But Zoe gave up all the runs. She gave up the 2 runs. Cedartown scored the first and the third, but since then, a bunch of goose eggs. Fouled straight back. And Chloe hanging tough. It's 1-2.
You know, very rarely do coaches like to take away quote-unquote moral victories after a game, especially a game that you lose and lose in this fashion, giving up that many runs in the 9th, but I'm very proud of the defense and the way that they've played tonight.
That's just missing outside for ball 2. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a definite improvement from this past Saturday when we committed 7 errors. Still won the game, though, 10-8. But defense has been much tighter today. The 2-2 on the way, swung on him, popped up to the left side. Will it get down? It'll be caught by the left fielder, Evans, and Cartersville comes down to the brink, but able to have a big 9th inning, and they win it by the score of 10-2. We'll come back after 60 seconds and wrap this up on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network the Big Double A. Back after this.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
This is Andy Harris, President of Coosa Valley Credit Union, inviting you to come see us for your auto loan needs. If you're buying a car or refinancing your current auto loan, at Coosa Valley Credit Union, you'll get one of the lowest interest rates in the market. Now, auto loan rates are as low as 3.99 APR when you open an account with a direct deposit. Coosa Valley Credit Union is local and nearby in Northwest Georgia. Plus, you'll always speak to a real person when dealing with us. That's what we call kinder banking.
Contact 706-235-8551 for more details. Equal opportunity lender.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Final score from tonight's region opener here from CHS Cartersville 10-2. Your final line is Cartersville 10 runs on 11 hits and 3 errors. For the Cedartown Lady Dogs, 2 runs on 6 hits, and what Cedartown's game changer has as 4 errors, although there were a couple of questionable ones there. Shaylee Pittman would go 8 1/3 innings, and then she would run into all kind of trouble in that 9th inning where Cartersville would plate 8 runs to eventually come away with the lead. Again, Cedartown High School Lady Dogs softball will return to action tomorrow night as we will be on the road as we take on the Woodland Wildcats. First pitch will be from Woodland at 5:30. Be sure to join us here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, 106.1 FM, AM 1340, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and the NFHS Network. The Lady Dogs fall to 1-1 on the season, 0-1 in region play, and Cartersville goes to 1-0 on the season as well as in region play. For Gail Connor back at the studio running the controls, keeping us on the air, for my broadcast partner Andrew Carter, I'm Sam Branch saying as always, until next time, good night, God bless, and go Dogs.
W291 TS Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM WGAA.